Alright, we want to do a quick little walk around to this car that I'm tuning right now for a local gentleman. It's pretty much a purpose-built drag car. You know, built Ford tough with Chevy stuff, whatnot. I'll say something about it that's probably going to come off as a derogatory comment. I don't mean it that way at all. I just can't really think of a different way to say it. And it kind of comes off as a my first turbo build type setup. Just kind of, you know, some of the decisions that were made, some of the components that were used. That's like I said, I don't mean that to be insulting or derogatory. It's just it's a clean build, actually. Well, the shell leaves a little bit to be desired, but the rest of it's pretty good. I mean, the components are pretty good. I hear tell the bottom end's built now. It's got this ICT billet intake manifold, throttle body. It's got twin eBay 61 millimeter turbos that so far behaving pretty well. I'm not sure exactly what exhaust manifolds he used, but he flipped them forward and he welded all that up himself. All that stuff looks pretty good. eBay way skates that so far behaving quite well. Fuel pressure regulator over here, and when I say, you know, my first turbo kit, like one of the problems that I had to deal with early on with this, after trying to get it to behave, is that he has a Corvette fuel pressure regulator on the back, which is designed for a returnless fuel system, and this is not a returnless fuel system on this car anymore. So that was causing some weirdness. So we bypassed that guy. I bypassed that guy. I got it squared away. One of the gaskets was burnt up on one of the wastegates, so it was leaking. I went ahead and fixed it. I basically just took it off and bolted it back down tight. As you can tell, it's not leaking too bad. It's got a glide in it with a air quotes 3500 stall converter. It doesn't really couple on this setup until about 5,300 RPMs, give or take. You'll see that in a little bit. I'll post up a dyno graph along with a video of one of the pulls that we made this afternoon. We're not done yet. It's most of the way roughed in on about 3.5 pounds of boost, which is, you know, it's funny to say that, but the power that it made at 3.5 pounds of boost is actually pretty freaking impressive. And that is no tongue-in-cheek there. As you'll see, it's as it sits right now at the blistering 3.5 pounds of boost, it's making a clean run would put this thing in the mid to low tens pretty much right away. You know, it's got a cage in it, or, well, not a whole cage, but a roll bar. That's nice. You know, shifter, buttons, stock ECU over there. It's a Gen 3. Oh yeah, no point in going around back. There's nothing back there except the rear end. Front dump mufflers. There's no mufflers on this thing. Front dump down pipes. They take a rather circuitous route to get there, but doesn't seem to be a problem. The ubiquitous eBay intercooler, which I have a feeling is going to come back to haunt us here before too long, but we'll see. There's no telling, really. It's got a 2-in-1 kind of a slick coupler there that screams explosion at higher pressure, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it. This is the first time I've seen one like this. Apparently there's a kit you can get that comes with that, so that's where a lot of this came from. The goal, the stated goal, was a 10-second car on a budget, and I think I don't know how well he stuck to the budget. That's neither here nor there, but as far as being able to run a 10 with this thing, I think we're already there, and we haven't even really started having fun. It's got 210-pound injectors, a Hellcat fuel pump. It's running E85. If you're already scratching your head about that one, yeah, the fuel system's probably not quite adequate to go full send, but should be. He's got enough fuel pump to probably make 650, 700 horsepower. At least at the rate this thing is going. It's not going to take much in the way of boost, and I've already turned the fuel pressure down to 3 bar from 4, just to kind of stretch the pulse width a little bit to get it to idle and cruise a little better. Not that this is going to be spending a whole lot of time cruising, but I mean, you don't want it to load up between the pits and the staging area. So yeah, I'll put up a video of that here in a little bit, and you'll see one of the pulls and a screenshot of the dynograph that it did this afternoon. It's pretty impressive. Sounds pretty mean. Ought to be a really fun car.